Okay, Neil, well, first of all, congratulations. I'm sure you must be filled with pride at taking over a club you've had such involvement with over the last 2 decades, really, here.
Absolutely. It's a huge honour. It's a privilege. It's a club that means a lot to me. I think everybody who knows me, I've been here nearly 20 years now in various roles at the club. And ultimately to be managing the football club is as big as it gets, and it's certainly something that I will be giving 110% effort into making sure we do the right job.
It's no secret the club does have a difficult run in here in the final 5 games. As a new manager coming into the team, what can you really do to galvanize the players and give them that extra confidence approaching these final games?
It is. It's a really tough running. I'm not looking beyond the Fulham game. What happens after that happens. The key thing is we get right for Saturday's game. It's a big game for the club. It's a big game for both clubs, and we have to be right. What I can guarantee is we'll be organised, we'll be disciplined. The players will know what's required with the ball, without the ball, and we'll be ready for it. It is a game that if we win the game, we'll have a great chance of staying in the division, and ultimately that's the main objective, is keeping this club in the division.
Some people have said the Fulham game is probably the side's best chance of picking up points. Is that a fair assessment in your eyes, or do you think every game from here on in is crucial and potentially a chance to pick up points?
It's as I say, we haven't got enough points now. We need more points. Simple as that. I don't care how much the gap is to third from bottom. We need more points, and that's what we have to go and get. And it's up to us to do that. As I say, there's really tough games coming up, and regardless of who they are and when they are, the one that I'm focusing on now and not beyond that is Saturday. And we have now 5 days to make sure we get the players organised, disciplined, as I've said. I need to speak to the players. That we need to create a rapport and a bond that everybody is going to go out there and give everything they've got, because this is a club that is, with the support we've got, they deserve it. The club belongs in the Premier League. It needs to stay in the Premier League, and it's our job to make sure that we do that.
You made your mark as a coach here with the FA Youth Cup victory, quite a famous victory last year in winning the FA Youth Cup. And in doing so, you employed a very vibrant attacking style of football. Is that something you can bring into these final 5 games with obviously some very difficult fixtures?
I think everyone has the philosophies, has the coaching philosophies, and obviously the higher up the ladder you go, the more the challenges are. We have to be prepared. We've got to look at the opposition we're playing, and we've got to look at what we've got, and we have to formulate a game plan, which I think is absolutely key, to make us most chance of getting a positive result on Saturday. So yes, there was the FA Youth Cup run, and again the game's the same. You organise players, you get them into a system that suits them, and then you put your own philosophy and your own stamp on that. But obviously at Premier League level, results are key, and that's something that we have to take into account when we make the game plan for Saturday.
I'm sure you'll have watched and studied all of Norwich's games this season. Is there one thing as a new manager you can put your finger on to say, this is what I can do and come in and change or help galvanise the team around?
I've got to say, full respect to Chris Hughton, Paul Trollope, Colin Calderwood, fantastic football people. What's happened has happened, and it's my remit now. It's my job to make sure that we get a reaction from the players. They have to go out there and play Saturday's game like it's the last game they're going to play. The spirit, the desire, the determination has to be there. That's one thing we will insist on. And I think if you give that, supporters stick with you all the way. If they see a team that's out there fighting for the right reasons for them, as much as anything else, then I think you can count on that support. And again, it was mentioned many times by myself last season, even in the Youth Cup run. We had 20,000 odd at Carrow Road for a Youth Cup game, and that's the sort of supporters we're dealing with here at Norwich City. And it's almost easy really to get the players ready for that when you see how many fans will be at Fulham on Saturday and how many fans fill the stadium week in, week out. It's our responsibility now to go and produce the very best we can for them.
So I imagine your message to the fans is this is a time in the season where we need everybody together pulling in the same direction, and that simply it's crucial to all come together now as a club.
It goes without saying. Every bit of help we get from everyone is absolutely key. When you're fighting for your Premiership survival, you need everyone from players, staff, but equally importantly the supporters. And again, it's not a throwaway cliche. They can lift players. They can lift players rightly or wrongly at the right time. You get behind the players. We've seen numerous times what an effect that can have on people. And for sure the supporters are going to play a massive part in these next 5 games.
And finally, Neil, I suppose the critics will say that this is your first Premier League appointment as a first-team manager. Certainly there's an element of inexperience at this level. How do you overcome that?
I've played the game. I've been there. The players respect that, and I'm honest. And I've been honest, and I've spoken to players already. I've just addressed them as a group. There'll be no messing about. There's a job to be done here. Again, organisation, discipline, knowing the game tactically, I think, are my strengths. And as I say, the game's the same at whatever level. It's just much more of a challenge the higher you go. I'm ready for that challenge. I'll be certainly giving everything I've got, and I'm pretty sure the players will be too. And I think it goes without saying the supporters will be with us as well. So you throw all that together, then you've got a good chance.